a large difference between the fast growing startups who come on here who are like ready to experiment. I mean, any technology, they're like, I'm going to do it all. And it's fun because they are experimenting quickly and then, okay, some things fail. I'm going to keep this. But the larger brands are like pretty focused on like, we really got to keep the foundation right. And like some of them are dabbling, but like, what would you say is like maybe some of the best things to start experimenting in? Like, what are maybe the technologies you're most excited about that, larger brands should at least attempt like to explore?
So I want to start with there's two very different things. The smaller companies, mainly are private. They have less baggage that they have to deal with. When you're a large company that supports an existing customer base, you're driving a much bigger ship. And so experimentation could look, very different, but the impact of that has the potential to be so much larger. And I think where they will experiment will kind of dictate kind of where they see their advantage. There are those that, you could be a large company that sells your brand directly to consumers, even though you use other people. Like, how do you create an asset that exists in other places? If you're a place where your primary thing is, I provide the location where people are gathering to buy things, like, what do I create? Do I need to create a place where people hang out when they're looking for things? Are they still looking to me to bring innovation to them? Are they looking for me as a voice of what should be the right thing that they purchase? So there's different ways of how you can look at what that means. What I've seen so far, and whether it's with our company or not with our company, there's a lot of people building things that are really focused on creating spaces for people to be together. And I think that is very interesting, because if you think about when e-commerce became a very big thing 20 plus years ago, the commercial internet, I should call it, it was very focused on how do I make it efficient? How do I give you as an individual as many choices as possible so you can actually be done with this as quickly as possible? And that's how I win your attention. And when I see people doing that, I was like, how do I create this place where people just want to be? And that's a very different way of looking at what digital could mean for a business and what it could mean for the consumer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm like so excited about this new model, like thinking about Web3 and how all these incentives are going to have to change to be able to, like, you're really just going to have to get people who want to be there. Like, there's no tricking anymore. There's no like, like, I don't know, FOMO and all this kind of stuff. Like, you're actually going to have to develop communities and give them reasons to want to stay there and be there, which to me is like a very exciting place to get to.
So I have an 8-year-old who plays games with his friends online, just so I don't name them, and they play them together. And I give him a lot of real money to spend in these games. And I realize that there's a shift of how we valued things in the physical world. They value them in a digital world, and they're willing to exchange currency for that, because those are the places that they're creating. Those are the places where they're hanging out with their friends. And I think it's interesting to kind of watch that shift. And for me, looking as, not just a parent, but as a business person, of like, man, there's going to be a huge opportunity here, because the generations that are coming after us, their value on things or things that they want to own, they don't always have to be physical. And I think that's an important thing to kind of learn more about if you are a business. Like, what does this mean for me in the future?
Hey, thanks for watching. This segment was made possible by our friends at Salesforce Commerce Cloud. If you're looking for the #1 platform for all your commerce needs, go check out salesforce.com/commerce. And don't forget to subscribe below and tap that little bell icon so you can stay on top of all the amazing new segments and full episodes that we'll be putting out over the coming year with some of the best and most influential commerce leaders out there.